Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Jamelia Sturm. I like to talk about all things mindset and spirituality and how we can achieve the most out of our life through hacking our mind and connecting to the divine energy that's all around us. If you're not new here, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get straight into this one. Today I'm going to talk all about intuition. We don't fully utilize this powerful tool that is available to us at all times. We all have our own understanding of what intuition actually is. To some of us, it is just that gut feeling inside of us. To others, it is our angels guiding us. And some of us think it is spiritual, a higher energy around us, a force that is universal energy guiding us. Whatever your interpretation of intuition is, that's fine. It's basically all the same thing, and as long as you understand what I'm referring to when I say intuition, then we should be alright. We've all heard of psychics, right? We all know what a psychic is. A psychic's somebody who can access information through another form of communication than the forms of communication we use every day. So psychics receive information either through their mind's eye, through a voice that they receive, through their dreams. Whatever way they gain the information, they're receiving information from a higher source. So the idea of being psychic is still quite a mystery to us. And I want to ask you this. Do you believe that some people are born with this superpower that none of the rest of us have? Or could it be that we're all born with this superpower, but we don't all develop it? That is because, my friends, we're all psychic. We all have the ability to access that higher state. Just take a look at society and really take a look from like an outside perspective. What is society promoting? What advertisements do you see when you walk through town? You see beauty, you see fast food, you see makeup, you see fashion, you see travel agents, you see all of these things. But what you don't see is spirituality. Anything related to spirituality, self-development. We don't see that because society doesn't promote that stuff. That is not going to give the people in power, more money, and more control of us. If you look at some of the most successful people in the world, and I'm not talking about people who are born into success, I'm talking about people who started off poor and worked their asses off to get to the top. If you look at all these people, the one thing they all talk about and how they achieved their success is intuition. They all listened to that higher guidance. They were all in tune with it. They all knew there was some other energy directing them, and they listened to it. Rick Snyder, the author of Decisive Intuition, says, "When you slow down in order for your intuition to find you, you arrive at a decision more quickly." Oprah says, "Learning to trust your instincts, using your intuitive sense of what's best for you is paramount for any lasting success. I've trusted the still, small voice of intuition my entire life, and the only time I've made mistakes is when I didn't listen." Look at Oprah, one of the most successful, inspirational women of our time. Her intuition got her where she is. Steve Jobs, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. Again, follow your heart and intuition. It's all the same thing, guys. It's all the same energy. Richard Branson, I rely far more on gut instinct than researching huge amounts of statistics. Start doing your research. You will notice the link. You'll start questioning, if this is the thing that all these people are talking about, is this the secret to success? If this really is like the secret to success, then why is it so undervalued? Why isn't it talked about more? Why is it not taught? Why are schools still teaching the same stuff they were teaching 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever years ago? Why are they not teaching us how to understand emotions, how to find our deeper purpose? Why are they not teaching us how to connect to our intuition, to the thing that is actually always going to lead us in the right direction? Why is it still weird to talk about being psychic? Being psychic is the same thing as being highly intuitively developed. You can develop that sense. Why is it still strange to talk about it? Why do I feel like I'm in the minority by talking about this on YouTube and putting it out in the world? Because I feel like more people have to become aware of this. I want to help people to connect to their intuition. If you walk through town and there was advertisements about connecting to your intuition, advertisements about finding your life purpose, do you think you would suddenly open up to spirituality if it became the norm? How quickly do you think you would be like, oh, okay, this is normal now, like I should be doing this too because everyone else is? Do you see how what we see around us, what we see in society, is what our brain logs as the social norm? And it's human nature to want to conform, to want to fit into the group, right? Back in the day, they were in tribes, and if you were isolated from your tribe, your chances of survival were slim to nothing. So it's in our nature to want to be accepted as part of the group, which is why if the norm is set to us for what the requirement for being part of the group is, we won't even question that norm. We will just go along with it. It's called conformity. So if society directs the norm, if advertisements, if media, if all of that directs what our idea of the social norm is, how would we respond if they started feeding us stuff that is actually good for us? How would we respond if connecting spiritually was suddenly promoted all over the world, all over the billboards, all over the cities? There would be a mass awakening, right? There would be a mass burst of creativity, burst of power from the people. The people would suddenly be in power. So do you see how we're being controlled? Do you see how we're being prevented from accessing that? That's why spirituality, even though it's been practiced for decades and decades, and they've seen results in healing and energy healing and Chinese medicine, all of that is on the basis of spirituality and energy and connecting to the higher guidance. Why have we disconnected from it? Because society has forced us to disconnect from it. Our society right now is setting our social norm to consumerism and materialism and superficiality, and we're accepting it because we're conforming. When we stop conforming and we start thinking and we start becoming aware of the control that we're under, then we can access what we're all searching for, which is happiness, fulfillment, purpose in life. That's what we're all searching for, right? We're being fed lies that we're going to receive this through buying the best house, right? Through being rich, through being famous, through all of this crap. We're being fed that is going to be fulfillment for us. So we search for that. We search for our happiness in all of them things that society is feeding us. But if we turn within and look at what we already have, if we turn within and connect our intuition, our feeling, then we can find happiness in the now. Then we won't have to consume everything. We won't have to buy things. We won't have to be addicted to fast food. We will be content the way we are in the moment. If we can turn within, we won't depend on external things to give us our fulfillment. Luckily for us, we are starting to awaken. We are going through this transition now, and it's becoming normal to talk about this stuff. And, you know, we have people like Jay Shetty, and I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I'm probably going to. Vishen Lakhiani, definitely pronounced it wrong. But anyway, we have people like this, you know, they're pushing for intuition to be taught in schools. Like, how cool is that? You know, it's gonna become the norm. It's still the minority, but we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere slowly. Guys, intuition is the language of the soul. That is how our soul talks to our minds and our bodies. But so little of us are fluent in actually our own language. I honestly believe that connecting to your intuition is the answer to success, because it will never lead you wrong. It will never lead you in the wrong direction as long as you connect to it. I think I'm going to leave it on that note, because I could just rant all day. Like, I could go on and on and on about this. So we'll leave it on that note, and thank you for watching. Please comment below what you think of all this. Like, is this still a pile of hoo-ha to you, or does it make sense? This video is actually going to be one out of a 3 video series, and In the next two videos, I'm first going to talk about ways that you can actually connect to your intuition, because that's the other big mystery, right? How can we actually listen to that inner voice? How can we follow that guidance and actually connect with it? And then the third video is going to be how to meditate properly in order to actually receive answers from our inner guidance. So I have a lot coming up. I had a big burst of inspiration there, so I want to get all these videos out for you. So until the next one, have a fabulous day, and thank you so much if you watched till the end. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and I shall see you in the next video.